So I'm going to go through a different question than the one that is on the PowerPoint lesson, as I want you to give the one that's on the lesson a go yourself. The principle is still the same, and how you construct the table is still the same, and how you would read off your probabilities is still the same. So the question says 2 dice are thrown together, the scores are added together, find the probability that the total score is 9. So what this question is basically saying is that 2 dice are rolled and then the faces are added together. So in this case, it would be a 7. Now the quickest way to do this is not to list out all the different options, because that would look quite messy and be quite difficult to use, but is to produce a table. So we can have dice 1 at the top, though it doesn't matter if it's at the top or if it's at the side, and dice 2 at the side. When we know that each dice has 6 different faces, each with a different number on. So we could score a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6 with dice 1. Okay, any of those faces could come up. And the same with dice 2. We could roll dice 2, and a 1, a 2, a 4 can all come up. Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple of lines on there to make it a bit neater and a bit easier to understand. And the question says the scores are added together. So the 1 and the 1 will become 2. The 1 and the 2 will become 3. 1 and 3 added together is 4. 1 and 4 added together is 5, and so on. So I've now added up all my sides together. And how many different possible outcomes have we got? Yep, that's right. We have 36 different outcomes. So the total number of outcomes is 36. If we added each one of these up, it would all come up to 36 different points on here. Okay, so we have 36 different options. And the question says what is the probability, of scoring a 9? Well, we score a 9 here, 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 and here. So there are 4 ways out of the 36 outcomes that we can score a 9. So we have 4 out of 36, and that is really easy to see how many times we've scored a 9. And that would simplify further, divide through by 4 to 1/9. Now what if the question said, what is the probability of scoring a 12? Well, we can see really easily from the table, because we've listed it out, that you can score 12 one way, and that makes sense if you think about it, because only by having the 2 6s can we score a 12. So we can score a 12 once, out one way out of the 36. So that would be 1 out of 36. So we could score a 12 one way out of the 36. And you could do that for any number. What is the probability of scoring a 5 or a 4? Well, we have the 4s here. So that would be 3 out of 36. So the probability of scoring a 4 is 3 out of 36. And the probability of scoring a 5, well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. So we would just add them together, and that equals 7 out of 36. So you can see it's really easy to see how we would score, what values we would get by writing them out in the table.